There we go.
Hi there, it's Johnny from Rehearsals talking in the State Bar with Chris Glen from Sensational Alex Harvey Band. How you doing, Chris?
I'm doing fine, look.
Good. So, you've got a book coming out shortly.
I believe so, yes.
It's got a bass business.
Yes, and how to survive in it.
Exactly. So, can you tell us about the book? What's the background behind the book?
The background behind the book was, for many, many years, I've been asked to write a book. In fact, at the book launch on Friday, I was going to wear a t-shirt if Ted and Zal were there from the Alex Harvey Band with two fingers pointing going, when's your book coming out? One's been writing a book for 5 years, one's been writing one for 7. I started this with Martin in August. We'd more or less finished it by December. But you get these things where, why would you bring a book out unless your name's Michael Jackson and you're still alive? Why would you bring a book out in December when there's 16 squillion other books out? So we sort of put it on hold apart from the last little bit and bringing it out now, you know? Because people like you will interview me, whereas you wouldn't have been interested in me in December. I'm joking, but I'm not.
Yeah. So, are there any stories in the book you've got a particular fondness for, or stories that you remember that you might have otherwise forgotten?
Well, the thing that Martin said a wonderful thing. First of all, I've got a very, quite a famous actor called John Morrison. He was in Null by Mouth with Ray Winston, and he's very famous up here. He's also in a series called Vera, which is on in the Sundays with Brenda Blethyn. And he's my fiercest critic. So when we started the book, I got Martin. I think we hadn't even got into the music yet, just when I was young. I think so we're into about 50 pages, and John read it and he went, I was waiting for John going, right, forget about the book. And what he said was, that guy Martin, he's got you in the first person. It sounds as if you're talking to me. He goes, so just carry on with the book. And that's how I carried on. The thing that what Martin sort of said to me was, the book's not as long. When you look at the book, I thought it would be thicker. And Martin goes, yeah, I've written about 14 books. He goes, the thing is, most books, when people want you to write a book, it's why use 2 words when 100 will suffice. What he said is, it takes 6 pages for one story. With your book, there's 3 stories on 1 page, so hence the book's truncated slightly. But hopefully, if it's that good and people buy it, including me, I'll get another one. Because I could do the whole thing again, covering the same period, with different stories about exactly the same thing, and they're just as good.
So you remember the stories now once the book is
I've
finished?
got a great memory. I've been told, I can remember the colour of the toilet paper in the ballerina ballroom in Nairn from 1969. It was Eisel. You know that stuff that was shiny on one side and like wet and dry, grade 60, sandpaper on the other side. I've got an incredible memory. I can't tell you what I had for breakfast yesterday, but I can tell you something that happened 13 years ago, no problem.
You were an integral part of that Sensational Alex Harvey Band.
Hopefully, yes.
And so how much fun or how much hard work was that? Because you seem to do quite a lot over the period of being in the band.
It's a very strange thing. The Alex Harvey Band, compared with Michael Schenker or John Martin, or Dean Gillen, I think we did, rather than doing 5 gigs every week, we did 9 gigs every week. And there was that, no, but that's what it felt like to start off with. We did so many fucking gigs that eventually you're on autopilot. It just, the whole, you get in a routine. Like for instance, Zal and I used to share rooms with Alex Harvey Band. Even when the band was so big we could have had a suite each. We'd share a room. So that in the mornings, I bought jumpsuits in America. The 2 jumpsuits, just like what mechanic wears, you know, so they pull it on. One at the bottom of each other's beds. We'd get up in the morning, 5 minutes before breakfast finished. Whoever turn it was, we'd go up, straight out the jumpsuit, go downstairs, get a tray, and say, excuse me, my wife's pregnant, can I take her something up in the room? Stack, pack it up, get up, put it down, back into bed again, and then we'd eat it when we wake up. That's how organised we were for a tour. But I'll tell you a great one about Alex. We were in tour in America with Jethro Tull for 6 months. 3 months later, where Alex managed to make it down for breakfast, and he's looking at the itinerary and he goes, guys, I'm very confused, I can see everyone's name in this. But there's a room, who's this T driver? And I said, Alex, that's the fucking truck driver. He said, I'm a truck driver. Oh, is that who it is? Right, okay. 3 months it took him to realise who T driver was.
So you're still in touch with Zal quite often?
I told him. In fact, he's over here next week, rehearsing. I can't, please don't get angry with him, I can't remember the name of his band, but the logo is a cross burning, how original. But anyway, that's the logo for it. And he's rehearsing in Glasgow next week. And then Ted and I are rehearsing with Schenker next week, the week after that.
So next year will be the 45th anniversary of Alex Harvey Band.
Yes.
Is there any chance of something happening? Maybe getting some of the band members together with a guest singers? Or?
No. Yes and no. Basically, what we've had was we've had offers from people like a lovely thing from Nick Cave. Similarly, in Nick Cave's book, what he said is when he started his first garage band in Australia, after 2 years they could finally learn how to play an Alex Harvey song. People like Nick Cave, all these closet Alex Harvey fans, Nick Cave, Rick Nielsen from Cheap Trick, Robert Smith from The Cure, Roger Daltrey, Roger anyway, and various other people. If we actually got together and did a one gig and video it, they would all come on and sing a song. But getting the Alex Harvey Band back together is like starting up Jurassic Park, you know what I mean? It's like, we can argue, over what side is a drink supposed to be there, is it this gets crazy, So I'd love it to happen. I think it could possibly happen. The trouble is with whatever Al's doing just now, Ted and I are playing with Schenker just now. I've got my own band, Ted's in it with a band called Band of Friends. It's a Rory Gallagher, not tribute band because Ted and Jerry McAvoy used to play with Rory. Hugh's doing various things in London. It's what do you call it? It's getting the dice to roll at the right place. Look at it, because those kind of things with the time schedule and the money involved, you have to say, right, what are you doing in 6 months' time? I don't know. And by the way, how much are you paying me? Because if somebody else comes in with a better offer, I mean, I'm 66 now. I mean, what age are you?
44.
I've got underpants older than you. You know what I mean? I've got trainers. Okay, I've got trainers older than you. It just gets to the point when I'm 66, I'm with a woman called Elaine Macaulay that I love, and I want to marry her. I just found out it costs quite a lot to get married. So that's why I'm back to shaking again. So it's going to take me a while,
So
unless you're going to offer me more.
No, you're not. So after you left, after the Alex Harvey Band stopped, is it true that you were offered a position in Rainbow by Richie Blackmore?
Well, Richie Blackmore was a friend of mine, even from the Alex Harvey Band. When we toured with him when he had Coverdale with him, right? I mean, great story with David Coverdale. I can tell you this because I didn't join Whitesnake. When Blackmore met Coverdale, he'd cross eyes and his teeth were like a row of condemned houses, and Richie paid for it, getting it all done and get it done for him. Richie asked me to join Whitesnake. No, sorry, that's Coverdale. He asked me to join Redwood, and I said, Richie and my ex-wife, when we used to go to Roger Glover's house for parties, him and my wife were the table football champions. You know that? I said, Richie, we're great pals. I know Bob Daisley, I know Jimmy Bain. They've told me, Chris, I've never seen anybody. Richie talks to you like a pal. If you join the band, you'll fall out with him. You know what I mean? I said, Richie, I want to keep being friends with you, so I didn't join.
And so were you offered to join Whitesnake as well then?
Yes, and I'm not sure if you can print this story. But basically what happened was I met David Cozy, joined Whitesnake, and wanted me to join Whitesnake, so I went to meet Coverdale with Cozy. And he'd just gorgeous little woman with him, and I said, I'll think about it. I'll meet you next week at the Funny Farm in Camden. And I went the next week, and he was with this other girl, and I went, what happened to that gorgeous little girl we were with last week? And he went, this is my wife. And I thought, well, there goes the gig in Whitesnake. That was it. Don't print that.
You recently played some shows, last year you played some shows with Michael Schenker in Japan and some festivals in Europe. How did those shows go for you?
They'll be better this year because of the logistics of getting Gary Barden, Graham Bonnet and Ryan Macaulay, 2 from America and 1 from Thailand, getting them all together. We had to rehearse without the singers.
Right.
So the first gig is like a rehearsal, you know what I mean? It went down fantastic, it was absolutely brilliant. But we're doing it again this year And now that we've all met each other again, he said, hello, how much do I owe you from the last time? It's going to be great. I love it. I love Graham Bonnet. I love him to death. Gary Barden is my... I could tell you some stories about Gary, but they're in the book. But I'll tell you a great story about Gary. Gary fell out a tree when he was 14 or something like that, and he's got a stammer. But you would never know it when he's on stage, because as long as he knows what he's going to sing, he never stammers. Right? So Filthy Taylor and I went back to, when Filthy was with me in the GMT, Glen Macaulay Taylor. We went back to Filthy's flat, and there's Gary sitting in the lounge, and it looked as if the SAS had just raided it. The place is a bomb site. Yeah. And Gary's like that, and Filthy goes, what the fuck happened, Gary? And Gary's like, and this went on for about 5 minutes. We got, and I said, Gary, sing it, and he went, we've been robbed. You can print that, because it's in the book.
So Michael came over to Glasgow, is that right?
Michael comes to rehearse all the time. He's back up. In fact, if I'm not touching my phone, we said we wouldn't touch the phone. He's back up in about 2 or 3 weeks to rehearse with Ken now. But as I say, the problem is, not only are the rehearsals hard, it's obviated by and made much worse by we're not rehearsing with a singer, so you're only doing the backing. My point is, see when you go on stage, you do the solo and the next verse comes in and the singer goes like that, just let it go round for another bar. When Michael's got his head in between his legs like that with the guitar, and I'm going, does he know that you're coming in late? Because when we go into the chorus, more importantly, does the drummer know that you're coming late? Because we're rehearsing it like bang, bang. I mean, the worst thing would be if you're playing with a click track, because and with backings, they would come in, you know, so it's really difficult. But it's very enjoyable. Very enjoyable.
I noticed there's a lack of Scottish dates in it. Obviously, you and Ted are Scottish. Is there
I think that's why. There's a lack of Scottish dates. Ted and I owe so many people money in Scotland that we can't do it again. No, it's I think basically what happens is when promoters do the tour, because there's 3 singers, it's such an expensive thing to do. It really, I mean, I have to say, I'm not going into graphic detail, but we're not actually making much money because it costs so much to put on, but we just want to do it once before we die. So I think we're playing Hull, and nobody in Glasgow is going to book us because half of Glasgow is going to be in Hull that night, you know what I mean? So there's not really much point in doing it. Yeah, I really wish we were playing Glasgow, but that's not going to happen, I don't think, unless we wants to be
So after the book launch, you've got the Schenker tour. What's in line for you after that?
Well, I've got my own band called Chris Glen in the outfit. I'm doing a couple of gigs, and I do a few gigs in Scotland during the year. After next year, I think I'm in America with Schenker. After that, I don't know what Michael's going to do, because this will really raise Michael's profile. It really will raise his profile. So what you can do is, he's much higher up in the bill in festivals and all that, because he's got the original members back. So after he's done that, he'll probably sack us all and get 14-year-olds to do it that don't ask for much money, and then he can still be high up in the bill and do it. That's a joke, but actually, things that are said in jest actually work out. But I don't know, I mean, my plan is not past next year with Michael, because I'm 66, I'm 67 by Christmas. I mean, I don't know, you can call it Michael Schenker and the Zimmer frames, whatever you want to call it. I still enjoy it. That's it. Basically what I'm saying is, I can tell you questions, I can answer questions that I know the answer to, I don't know the answer to, I really don't, you know. I think it's to do with market forces and what's involved in it, you know. And please be kind when you're writing this down. I don't want Michael phoning up and sacking me because of what I've just told you.
No problem at all. Chris, thanks very much for your time. I'll let you go.
I'd like to also say, I'm doing this tour with Gary Barden, Graham Bonnet and Robin Macaulay, which are the first 3 singers with Michael Schenker. Please put this in. Yeah. I hope that I'm still with Michael when he gets Dougie White back in.
Yeah.
Because Dougie is, in fact, Dougie will be singing with me at the book launch.
Oh, that's great.
This Friday if you're coming.
Yeah, will do.
I'll sell you a ticket.
That's good. Chris, thanks very much for your time.
Okay.
Cheers.